Secretary Kennedy as well. Secretary Kennedy, what other food categories specifically, you said ultra-processed foods, but what other foods do you want to expand the SNAP waiver to? And maybe for the governors, would you be open to expanding that? And then big news on the ACIP today at CDC. Just wondering if you could expand on what your ultimate goal is there. If there's changes to the vaccine.
And tell us who you're with again.
With ABC News.
That's right. Thank you. ABC News.
Yeah, I can't answer what other foods are going to be on. We're looking at the science now, and we're looking, and this is going to be the product of negotiations, deliberations by a lot of people in our agencies. In terms of the changes to ACIP, this has been a long time coming. More than 2 decades ago, Congress investigated ACIP. The Government Oversight Committee found that, for example, that year, which was 2003, they gave one example that 4 out of the 5 people who added the rotavirus vaccine to the schedule had direct financial interest in that vaccine. One of those individuals voted the rotavirus onto the vaccine and sold his rotavirus vaccine that he had in development for $186 million. He said he won the lottery. That year, Congress said that 97% of the people on ACIP had undisclosed conflicts. So people have known about this for years. You know, probably the worst example of malevolent malpractice has been adding all of these new products to the schedule without doing pre-licensing safety studies. So in 1986, there were 11 vaccines on the schedule. Today, a compliant child must take between 69 and 92 vaccines to stay in school in some states. And not one of them has been safety tested in a pre-licensing placebo-controlled trial. And that is just malpractice. So the people who were in charge of that are now gone. And we're going to bring people onto the ACIP panel, not anti-vaxxers. We're bringing people on who are credentialed scientists, who are highly credentialed physicians, who are going to do evidence-based medicine, who are going to be objective, and who are going to follow the science and make critical public health determinations for our children based upon the best science.
Yes, go ahead.
Can you explain how you're going to measure if these new restrictions on the SNAP waivers are working? And I just did want to follow up on ACIP. Will you get those new appointees in place before the June 25th meeting?
Yes.
We are working with all the states on the metrics. It's an amazing question because often these changes are made at the government level without any real metrics in place. So we're working state by state, how we measure what this looks like. But listen, this is a long-term effort that is bipartisan, or even nonpartisan, I should say, that ultimately at the end of the day, the real metric is in the health of our communities. But we will be looking step by step. And I'm sorry, tell me who you were with. AP, great. Thank you. Great question. We'll be talking more about metrics moving forward, but we're already in discussions on what that looks like. Thank you. Yes, in the back.
Last question.